Hello, everyone. Nvidia had earnings red in the after hours, obviously causing the overall market to get a bit of a dip in the futures as well. So in today's video, we're going to take a look at what the next steps are for the market. Obviously, heading into earnings, I was expecting a bullish move. That already occurred on a lot of these large tech stocks. So today's video should be pretty quick. A lot of these stocks just ended up being bullish. And now with Nvidia reporting earnings, things should, get a bit of a pullback. So we're going to see. All right, so we're going to take a look at the large tech stocks as a whole, the SP500, the NASDAQ, and the VIX. All right, so without further ado, let's get started with the video. Solana is much better than Ethereum. I just want to tell you guys this. Solana is so much better in terms of technology than Ethereum ever will be. Solana is the best. Okay, so Solana, faster times for transfers, and the cost is minuscule compared to what Ethereum is. So Solana is much, much better than Ethereum. As you can see, Solana is up 2%. Ethereum is up 0.18%. And Bitcoin is up 0.24%. As you can see, right? This is Bitcoin, this is Ethereum, and this is Solana. Solana is outperforming both of them. And the reason why we look at Solana, Ethereum, and Bitcoin as a whole is because Solana and Ethereum affect Bitcoin's price. So with Solana outperforming, it's a very, very good sign for crypto. And if it's a good sign for crypto, if it's a good sign for Bitcoin, that means that overall the entire stock market should be doing well, in my opinion. So far, crypto is going pretty well, but just in general, guys, Solana is the best. Solana should be 1,400, 1,500 in the next 2 years. So solid. Please understand that. All right. Apple, first and foremost, the theme across all these large tech stocks is basically all of them showed either bullishness or are teetering at levels of resistance. So Apple obviously had a bit of a bullish move. Amazon, same concept, had a bit of a bullish move, teetering at resistance here at 230. Simple. Tesla had a bit of a bullish move, right? But then we ended up closing right below 350. Flat sort of move on Tesla, but regardless, overall bullish, right? Meta is the only tech stock actually that didn't do that well compared to the others. But regardless, it was at a level of resistance earlier at 750 and it closed right below. So not entirely completely bearish on Meta. Google had a bit of a bullish move, also at a level of resistance. I'm just going down the list, like simple, right? Very, very simple. Netflix at a level of resistance, nothing crazy on Netflix. And Microsoft had a bit of a bounce at support across the board. Either their bullish moves are literally right at levels of resistance. So Microsoft obviously did much better than the others because it's really, really beaten down. So money needs to go somewhere. So it looks like a lot of the tech stock money ended up going into Microsoft today. Now, the main thing that we have to look at are the chips, right? So Nvidia, obviously we had earnings today. We closed yesterday at 182. We closed today right at 182 as well. But in the after hours, Nvidia is trading at 175 due to its earnings. So Nvidia, nice bounce from 168 all the way up to this level of resistance. Earnings came, and we are down in the after hours. We're going to be down here, actually. So we're going to be trading below the 50% fib, closer into the 618% fib. So this zone essentially is where we're going to be trading as we open tomorrow morning. And this is very, very interesting because if 174, 173 does not hold on Nvidia, then this is actually a really bearish scenario because Nvidia would really just start to capitulate lower. 173 to 174 is very, very major support. So heading into tomorrow, as you get closer to 173, 174, I would expect a bit of a bounce. I would be very surprised if we just drop like a rock. And that is literally the level that you need to watch for on Nvidia tomorrow. And then, of course, AMD, had a bit of a green day. We're at a level of support, but AMD is most likely also going to be red due to Nvidia being red. And we're currently going to be trading close to the 786% FIB at 164. And once again, 163 on AMD is very, very important. And if it breaks below 163, then things can really, really drop lower. And honestly, that's really it. Honestly, there's not really much else to look at in terms of the overall market. The whole market is really, really just dependent on Nvidia's earnings. We had an earnings run up heading into Nvidia, heading into today, and now the market should be getting a bit of a pullback because Nvidia is down. So very, very simple. Tomorrow, heading into Friday, we should get a better understanding of where the market wants to go. But then Monday, we have Labor Day. So it's going to be a long weekend. So Friday is most likely going to be a bit choppy as well. So let's just go ahead and take a look at, maybe we'll get better understanding Thursday into Friday. But regardless, there's no guarantee. Now that Nvidia's earnings has passed, maybe tomorrow might be a bit more fluid. Today and yesterday, the price action was very, very choppy, not fluid at all. Hopefully tomorrow it gets better. And that's all there really is to look at. Obviously, the VIX was, green a bit because the market in general dropped a bit. But it's, there's nothing really to look at there. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. And I will see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning. Have a good one.